And we're on YouTube. Woo! Welcome. Okay, so we have DeVilla here, and we're gonna do the workshop, the theatrical makeup workshop. If you missed it last week, it's really a treat. So you'll be able to follow along, and she is here for any questions, concerns, and she'll be more than happy to take your questions. So we'll be underway and get that started, and then we'll be back halfway to answer any questions or look at the comments. We truly appreciate you guys. Davila, anything?
We totally, truly appreciate this. I'm so happy to be here, and I'll see you in 30 minutes to answer questions.
Yes. So here we go. Enjoy.
Everybody, it's DeVilla. How are you out there? Welcome to the virtual Cairo Shimmy Quake. I am honored and happy to be here once again with the beautiful Diamond Pyramid family in Martashill and representing Cairo Shimmy Quake, coming to you in a virtual format. This is an all new thing. I've been teaching makeup workshops for dancers for a very long time, but just most recently on Zoom and getting used to this format as well. Without all of you out there, I can't see what you're doing. So we're going to get through this as best we can all together. I'm going to try to tell you everything I know, but I'm only going to have like 50 minutes to do it. So that's probably not going to happen. My makeup for dancers workshops usually take about 2.5 hours. So just know I'm going to be speeding through. I know there are going to be questions. I also know I have some more upcoming workshops. So if you feel like you need to catch anything again, you're welcome to jump in and do that. So here we go. Let's talk about foundation. I like to use 2 colors. I don't care what you use as long as it works. I'm currently using Dior Forever. If you have a hard time with foundation sticking on, I'm only going to talk about a few products because this is more about learning to paint than learning about products. You can spend your money all day long on really expensive products, but if you don't know how to use them, they're not really going to do you any good. So let's talk about how to paint your face. If you have a hard time keeping your foundation on, I suggest trying a Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. You can go swimming in this, it ain't coming off, but you have to work quickly. So there's a learning curve with this as well. The reason I like to use 2 colors of foundation is because I know for stage, I'm going to go ahead and move my bangs over under my lovely Melodia foil cap. All right, so here we go. I like to use 2 colors of foundation because I want to set up the very beginning of my highlight and shading within the planes of my face. So what happens with stage lighting is, of course, it comes in at you from all angles and it beats your face and it blows it completely out. So if you don't reshape and re-add the angles into your face, you will just look like a face of pancake on stage. The best way to gauge how much makeup to wear is when you get your run through, put your makeup on, have somebody go to the center of the house. Say you've got a 300-seat theater, have them go halfway back into the center and look at you and say, I can see your face. If they can see your face, you're doing good. People in the back probably not going to get that much anyway, maybe some lipstick and an eyebrow or something, but at least you know that's good. Center of the house, center back, into middle, have a peek at what you look like. You will adjust your makeups accordingly depending on where you're dancing. So if you're dancing in a restaurant, maybe a little less, depending on who you are. You might wear the same amount. It's entirely up to you. I do tone it down quite a bit for restaurant work. What I also find is that in this new Zoomiverse we're all living in, that eats makeup as well. So I find that I'm putting on crazy amounts of cheek color. Like if you see me in real life, I look like an absolute nut job. And shading to contour my face so that I don't flatten out in that form as well, because it's a whole new thing. So we're all figuring it out. Let's get started. So I know we're going to want to do some highlight right in here into this little trough. Look at that one. It's going to make me sad every time I look at it because I'm only doing this half of my face. So you get a really good angle, hopefully. So I'm going to set up my light and dark. I'm going to start with my lighter foundation, okay? So again, I'm using the Dior Forever today. I could use something else another day. Oh, you know what else I like? I like this L'Oreal True Match. Hang on, getting blown out. Sorry, L'Oreal True Match. They have a good range of colors. I find there's a pretty good range of colors. Okay, so I want to bring my light color down the planes of my face, here and here, because I want these things, I'm going to want this portion of my face to pull forward, right? Okay, let's just get it on there. Does it look crazy yet? Of course it does. Now, I'm going to bring this up into my forehead, over my eyelid. I don't tend to use a base for my eyelids because I don't lose pigment on my eyelids. If you do, and you know that's something you need, by all means, use an eyelid base. If not, simply foundation over your eyelid and a little light powder to set it so it doesn't get creasy should do the trick. Okay, I'm going to bring it down and here. Now I'm going a little extreme with it so you can kind of see how it all starts to work. I will be blending this all together very soon. If you want to reshape your lips later on, you know that you're going to want to make your lips smaller or make your lips bigger, base out over the top and the bottom ridge of them, because that will help you later. Less work later if you set up the foundation right. Basically, this is like priming canvas if you're a painter. For those of you who don't know me, I am a painter. I graduated from college with a painting and printmaking degree and a minor in art history. And I have worked in television and film for the past a lot of years. And you are looking at my work currently on a television show for Netflix called Hollywood. I hope you're enjoying it. I had a lot of fun working on it. It was hard. Okay, there we go. I just mean long hours. I also most recently worked on the new generation of Star Trek Picard, and I'm really proud and happy about those makeups as well. That was a really fun gig. Again, long. Okay, I'm gonna take with this brush, I have this fabulous IT Cosmetics brush. It's got double ends, right? Got a big one and a little one. And I'm gonna take that darker color of my base. I like to work on a plate. Go to the thrift store, find some fun plates to work on because they're pretty and it, I don't know, makes me happy. It's the little things. All right, I'm gonna take and work in little C shapes, swirly C shapes, and blend all of this together. So I'm gonna bring my darker color in here. I'm gonna bring it up here on my cheek and the side of my nose, just a little bit. This is just my technique. Doesn't make it wrong or right. It's like belly dance, not codified, right? As long as I know where to place highlight and shadow, I'm golden, how I get it there. I'm gonna put a little bit right up into my forehead. Now, honestly, my bangs have been so long, especially since this COVID craziness, I haven't had to do my eyebrows or my forehead or anything in weeks. I only just cut my bangs the other day. Badly, I cut them badly. All right, I'm just gonna blend. Now, this brush, if I don't jam it into my face, but I just roll it lightly, distributes pigment really beautifully and kind of rolls it around. I'm just kind of gonna blend everything together now. Yeah. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go get a little highlight. If you have blueness in your trough, you wanna get something that's got a little bit of an orange tone to it, but basically matches your skin tone. This is, again, is L'Oreal True Match. I don't owe them anything. I don't work for them. I just happen to have a lot of their products currently here at the house. All right, I'm going to put this highlight where I see the depression. Now, see that depression right there? Oh, depression. I hate depression. I'm just gonna dab it right in there. Now, I don't want to just smooth this around willy-nilly all over the place. Why? Because if I put my highlight here where if I move the highlight outside of the ridge and bring it up here onto the poofier part of my face, then I've just put highlight all over everything. So what happens? Everything becomes a highlight and it all pulls forward. And so you've kind of counteracted any goodness you would get out of your highlight. So I don't want to do that. I'm just going to feather it. Feather. It's going to be your best friend, feathering. And pat. One of the biggest things I find that people do, I'm going to bring it right here. I'm going to bring a little bit right here underneath my lash line, is they overwork their product, right? It's like overworking your belly dance. I just showed you 10,000 moves. I'm like, I don't know what I just saw. The same thing with makeup. It's like, I just showed you all the blending on the planet and now I can't see any of it. It just turned into a brown mud pie. So, so just take your time and learn a light, nice light hand. I'm just patting, patting, patting. We're gonna put a highlight right along here in just a little bit. And a shading. And I hope I don't scare you guys with the shading, because the shading's whatever scares everybody all the time. Like, I can't do that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit around my nose. In case there's any redness in here. Sometimes there's a little redness in your nostril. You know, pat that. Okay. Looking better already. Okay, 2 shades of foundation. Worked it through here and here. Highlight, highlight, highlight. Let me just make sure because you know, this is really annoying. You don't want that to be. I'm a little tan. I've been planting a garden. I planted squash today. Wish me luck. Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of the Makeup Forever High Def powder right now to powder myself with. Why? Because I have it here and I like it. Do you have to use this? No, you can use whatever you want. I'm not angry, as long as it works. How do you know if it works? Try it. What works on me might not work on you. I'm gonna just lightly powder my eyelid. Now I have primed that eyelid canvas so that when I go to that to do my eye treatment, it'll be ready. I'm gonna powder around my nose a little bit. Right, a little bit. Now, especially as we begin to mature, you wanna go easy on the powder, right? But you don't wanna not powder, because then things slide all over the place and you have to keep smoothing things out, and ain't nobody got time for that. So notice I just did a little tiny bit there. Right, great, that should work. Next up, I wanna show you something pretty before I show you what I use. I'm gonna show you something by Makeup Forever. Cream cheek color. I love this. I love this palette. It's really gorgeous. That goes to my kit. This is the one I use. It's by NARS. Notice I've had it a while. It's rapidly, look at this poor case. I can't even tell you what color it is anymore, but it's beautiful. I can look a little more closely later. Look at that. I use my makeup until it's gone, unless I just decide I don't like it or it's breaking me out or something, but why would you waste that goodness? It's so delicious. All right, I'm gonna take the back of my sponge. By the way, I love these sponges. I still love these sponges. I also love all the egg-shaped sponges that they have coming out, the reusable. Oh, here I have mine right here. It's really good for this little tip. Really good for working into the corners and the creases. It's nice, it's really nice. All right, but for now, I'm gonna take this guy. I don't know why, just because it's what I wanna use right now. And I'm gonna just put it right in there. Get it right in there. I'm gonna pat it into the dish a little bit. A little bit of foundation color, I'm only gonna make it more bright later. Because if I don't look like a clown, it's not enough. Here we go. If you don't look like a drag queen by the time you're finished, it's probably not enough makeup for a big stage. Sorry, sad but true. And you can still look pretty from stage, I promise. Okay, here we go. I wanna pat this right onto the apple of my cheek. I need more. I need more. I need more. Pat that, pat that. I'm gonna pat a little into my eye socket, just because it's something that I do. Okay. Could I use a cream contour now? Sure, I could. Am I going to? No, I'm gonna go get this fantastic thing to show you. Don't work for her either, Kat Von D, but I do like her products, and this is a really beautiful highlight and shadow palette. Why do I like this highlight and shadow palette? Because it comes with a shadow and an accompanying highlight. And the reason I like that is because anytime you shadow something, you need to make sure that you add a highlight so you get the most bang for your buck. Because honestly, if you just put a contour in here, shadow, contour, boom, and you don't give it a highlight, you're kind of defeating the purpose. You're not giving it enough life to sing. So let's do it all, shall we? I like to contour. I'm gonna tell you about something else that I usually contour with. As fancy as and as much as I love that palette. One of my favorite products is a company called La Femme. La Femme. I don't work for them either. Can you see that? Oh, that's upside down. That doesn't help. La Femme. The great thing about La Femme, I like Ben Nye too, by the way. This is an illuminator. We'll talk about that later. Good old standard products that have been around forever, tried and true. This is my contour color or my shading color. It has no mica in it. If you notice, it is just flat gray brown. That's what you want for contour. Okay? If you're using a bronzer for your contour or something with red in it, you're defeating the purpose, because what happens is you're contouring with a color that's reflecting light, not absorbing light. This absorbs light. So let's absorb light for our contour, shall we? Okay. So you want to search around in here and find out where your cheekbone rolls under, right? That's where I want you to think about putting your contour color. Now, if something this dark scares you, go back to something lighter, but you want a gray brown. It has to be a gray brown. Can't be terracotta, can't be a red brown. Super important, because it'll just look like you've got dirt on your face. All right. Where did I put my, it's gone. It's missing. Where did you go? La Femme Dark Brown, which is what it's called, by the way, La Femme Dark Brown. I think you can order it online. People are going to ask me that again, because they always do. What color is that? La Femme Dark Brown. It's an eyeshadow. You can use this on your eyes too. Okay, here we go. I'm going to contour here, right there where I know my bone rolls under. And I'm going to just drag it down. Intensity of color, feather it out. Intensity of color, feather it out. If I really want to make my face look a little, I have to do that. That's a personal thing for me. Jawline. Underneath, draw it out. Underneath, draw it out. How do you like my crescent moon earrings by Blackbird and Lily, by the way? Yeah, they're really good, right? I know. She's good. She's good. That's Chantel. Okay. So what I want to make sure is I don't get shadow color up here on my jawline. Why? Looks like dirt. Okay. There we go. Now, if you have a big forehead, guess what? You can contour your forehead. Like if I didn't wear bangs and I wanted to contour my forehead, I could bring a little dark color right up in here, bring it around here, bring it down, bring it around and under. Let's talk about our nose. Shading your nose. Now, I like the shape of my nose, so I don't ever intend to really want to change it on stage or, I mean, unless I'm creating a character. But if I'm DeVilla, if I'm just DeVilla performing, I like the shape of my nose. So what you want to do is make sure you don't come here on the bridge of your nose, which is where you're going to want to highlight. And you just want to make sure that you come straight down. This is very dark at the moment. I can tell you in the Zoomiverse, though, it wouldn't look so dark. It's crazy. It's crazy what the Zoomiverse does. All right, I'm going to bring it down. And I'm going to wrap around that little ball. I have a ball. It's a family trait. I like it a lot. I'm just going to blend it. Intensity of color, blend down. Again, keep the intensity of color, blend it down. That's the trick. Gonna wrap it around, and I'm gonna put a little shading right in here, just to give my nose a little more definition, right? Easy peasy, easy breezy. I might, if I'm really doing something dramatic, bring this color right up into my eyebrow. So that I'm really starting to shape my face. Yeah? Okay, now I'm looking at this and I'm like, not enough cheek color, DeVilla, not enough cheek color. Let me blend this a little bit first. Not even close to enough cheek color. This is NYX, upside down. I like NYX. Is that right side up? I don't know. I like this company. I don't believe they animal test. They make really good products. This is really bright. It's probably going to scare the bejeez out of you to use it, right? Like, what? That's really crazy. Trick. So if you want to create an airbrushed effect, this is a cheek color brush. I really like this one. It's a big fat dome. It's fluffy. It's wonderful. I don't know who made it. I can't read that. It's a little too dark for that. All right. I'm going to take, remember this powder? that I had. This is my setting powder. Makeup Forever. Makeup Forever is a great line. I love their products. I don't endorse anything that I don't like, and I don't work for anybody, so I don't care if they send me things or not. I'm not in it for that. I'm in it to help you guys look your best on stage. That's my deal. So I take and I put a little bit of powder in there. So now there's some powder on those bristles, right? Then I'm going to take that cheek color and I'm going to run it through. I run my bristles right through that cheek color. Dab that off. Now I'm going to take and put it in a little more powder. So what happens now, watch, I'll hit this face and be like, woo, crazy town, is it sets up a situation so that it goes on translucent powder, pigmented powder, translucent powder. So it's like an airbrush effect. Does that make sense? So it softens the blow of the heavy pigment. Just for those of you who are feeling a little like, oh, it's so scary, it's so bright. I get it. That's so scary, it's so dark. I get it. I'm just gonna hit, and I start with little C shapes, very gently. I can use more. All right, that's feeling a little better. Just for fun. All right. Next thing. You're like, she's crazy lady. Let's try a little bit of something luminescent over top. So we've got contour, cheek color, highlight. I'm gonna go with this Lumi Glow Lotion. It's by L'Oreal. Every company's got one. Wait a second, this one's by NYX. I like it too. I like both. Does it work? Great, use it. Okay, I'm gonna take and just pat that right into my cheek color sponge. Got a head going, and I'm gonna hit it right over top here. Could you use a powdered one? Yes, absolutely. But you can just see now how I have like a nice contoured face. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Oh, my nose itches, sorry. Here, I'm gonna show you this by Hourglass. This is beautiful. It's an illuminating and cheek color bronzer kind of fun Hourglass. It's gorgeous. I've got one by Anastasia over there. You could go spend that much. You can go spend all the money you want. It's $1 billion industry, bazillion dollar industry. I personally would rather go spend my money on costumes. Imanzaki, I need you. Okay, next up, I'm gonna put just a little bit of highlight here and right here underneath my eyebrow, my brow bone, because I know I'm gonna want a highlight situation there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set up that scenario, shall we? I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna use this kind of buff tone one, not too bright, a little bit of yellow. And I'm just gonna put this in here, right next to my highlight. For those of you who are trying to work along, believe me, I know this is really fast. All right. I might even put a little more. Oh man, my station gets crazy. I start off all like nice and neat and tidy, and then it goes wild. I can't find anything. Brushes go flying. Help, help. Oddly enough, I don't do that in the makeup trailer. I stay very methodical, and I put things where I know I need to, we'll need to go grab them again. I put them down where I need. No, not in these workshops, man. Stuff just goes flying. Okay. I am not unhappy about my, maybe I need to do a little of that. Hold on. I'm not unhappy about my foundation application. This would be a foundation application, right? Highlight, shading, cheek color. I'm going to put a little more of that highlight situation right here. And right on the top of my lip.
ROXRAKS
Okay.
at gmail.com.
So really quick, thank you, ladies. They just told us we didn't have sound, so we're sitting here talking to ourselves. Okay.
Oh no!
All right, rewind. So she was giving her email address in case you ladies would like to get in touch with her if you have any questions. Also, here you can put questions here. It's okay, Shad. It happens.
My bad.
He's getting. It's okay. So, hopefully you guys can hear us good now. Please let us know by giving us a thumbs up and let us know that the sound is good. And she will give you her information again.
Hey guys, so once
Thank
you've
you.
watched this, yeah, thank you. Once you've watched this, please feel free to email me too with any questions if they don't get answered tonight or if you don't think of them until later. My email address is DeVilla, DEVILLA, rocks, RAKS, rocks with a K at gmail.com. Why a K? Because there's no Q in rock and roll. But so feel free to email me there. I'll be teaching another live workshop, an interactive one on June 20th, I believe. And then I'm setting up a whole series of them. I'm creating a whole makeup workshop series after that you'll be able to, it'll be on demand.
Perfect.
So,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Amazing.
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really good. I love seeing those, when you post the new ones coming up and you do the half face. That is so cool because you can see. So
what I love about it is, well, I look like a crazy person, but I love it because it really does show you exactly what your face looks like without makeup and then with it for stage.
Exactly.
So it's a very telling image, I feel.
It's really good. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into the second part right now. Part 2. So we'll be back. And remember, you can comment or ask questions. She's right here. We have her here to answer those questions. So we'll be back and join you guys right after this.
And we'll have the sound when you guys come back.
And we have sound for sure.
Okay.
We're back, darlings. So, over the break, thank you for such great questions, by the way. Hope that I'm able to answer all of them. Again, we are working at lightning speed, so please bear with me. We're going to start our eye treatment. I took the liberty of doing my eyebrow during the break. Now, I used black eyeshadow with a little water that I know is heavily pigmented enough to be used as eyeliner, basically. I took this brush, and then I used this brush, this very wedged, beautiful brush. These are some really lovely brushes I got from Senna Cosmetics. Again, I love Senna Cosmetics. They make beautiful, beautiful makeups and not really nice brushes. This and others that I use, I got at Target. I think they're e.l.f. I like e.l.f. e.l.f. makes a good product, so don't be mad at the e.l.f. Okay, let me just check the time. Okay, we're golden. So I took the liberty, like I said, of getting my eyebrow on. I went in, I took the black, and don't fear the black. Don't fear the black pigment. Use it, use it, use it. Okay, so I dabbed a little bit of water into it. You can see it's a little shiny because it's got a little bit of water on there. And I just went in and drew the eyebrow, right? Now, eyebrow shapes, different to each person, specific to each person, each character personality. If you're doing a 1940s look, if I'm doing a 1940s look, this is not necessarily the eyebrow I would choose. If I was doing 1920s, this is not the eyebrow I would choose. 1920s goes this way, guys. Guess what? Everybody thinks they go this way. 30s. Yeah, so period looks are a whole different issue. Character creation is kind of a whole different issue. Right now, I'm just trying to get an Arabic eye that everybody can use. If you have a hooded eye, this one's more hooded than this one. That's kind of a different scenario, and we can talk about that. Okay. English is my first language. Sometimes I wonder. All right. Okay. I'm going to use, what am I going to use? I'm going to grab, these are some more Senna brushes that I really, really like, and I'm grab this little e.l.f. brush. And again, highlight, shadow, highlight. The mistake that people make when contouring their eye is that they do not bring the shadow up high enough. So they put the shadow in the crease and then they open their eye and they're like, where did all that shadow go? Or as they're doing their wing, they do this, whoop, and make a little smiley face out there. So I want you to think about bringing everything up from the corner of your eye here, whoop, and bringing everything up. We're gonna lift, right? Okay. Still, there's a little water on my black pigment, which I like because the water intensifies the color of the pigment. It also locks it on. So you can lock that shadow in and it tends to drop less later on and it stays on a lot longer. You can use a tissue as a template. You could use a piece of Scotch tape as a template. All good things. I'm just going to go here to the corner and I'm going to wrap it from the corner into my lash line, up and around. See how high I'm bringing that? I'm going to bring it higher. I'll take you higher. Sorry, you do not need me to sing for you. My poor students hear my voice in their head singing choreography. Like some of them for years. Like I still hear your voice when we do this choreography. I can still hear it. Flip, flip, flippy, flip, and turn around. I know, it's exhausting. All right, look how high I'm bringing that up, guys. See that crease? It's above the crease. It has to be above the crease. Because if it's not above the crease, excuse me, you won't see it. Boop, 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 boop. All right. Now, I know I'm only doing a one wing ding scenario today. I'm tying them together rather than doing two separate wings. That's really good. You know what? Maybe let's now take a little bit of this Jungle Love purple and let's put that in right over top just to give it some oomph and depth and fabulousness. Just for fun. I am using a Too Faced palette called Cat Eyes. I don't believe they make this one anymore, but they make enough that are so similar that, you know, every season they change them out. But this is the Cat Eye palette. Of course, cat for Sekhmet, you know, Sekhmet Dance Company. Yeah. I know. All right, I want a little more shadow in here. And I'm just gonna bring that up a little higher just for some drama. Okay, next up, I'm gonna take this wedge brush here. I don't know who makes this one. Doesn't matter, it's a wedge and it's flat. You can kind of see how flat that is. Yeah, there we go. And I'm just gonna go underneath my eye, lash line, and bring it over. If your eyes are small, you will want to amend this and not bring it as far in, right? You're not gonna wanna bring this as far in because you don't wanna look like you got punched or beat. Eyes are all different and require different specification, and there's no way to really fully cover that here today, but if your eyes are small, try not to get too much shadow in here or farther over than this because it's gonna shut your eyes down. And you really wanna open up your eyes, so bring the shadow up and out and not so far in. And that will help you a lot with smaller eyes. I just saw a girl who dancer that I know well who took my workshop, and she's always been great with her makeup, and she took my workshop and she was like, oh, and I saw at her next performance and I was like, you got it. Her eyes were like, bam. I'm like, yes. Okay. Now let's get into some eyeliner. I'm gonna use, look, you can use whatever you want. Whatever works for you is what you're gonna use. I am currently going to use this MAC gel. Not necessarily my favorite. They dry up too fast. But it's what's in my kit, so I'm going to use it. I also really like the liners that come with a felt tip brush, felt tip thing. I find these really great to use. I'll show you a fun trick in a little bit too. You could do it with either or. Pencil I like for certain things, but pencil not for this so much, and I'll tell you why. it's harder to get across your eye, and it's harder to get a fine line, and it tears at your delicate eye skin. And as we get a little older, you don't want to tear at your delicate eye skin. You want your delicate eye skin to remain as intact as possible. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to roll this brush. Yeah, old school, I use the back of my hand. For me, not for actors anymore. Okay, and I'm going to go right in the corner and drag it across halfway. Then I'm going to go to the outside corner and I'm going to drag it in and across. Oop, just bumped my mirror. Yes, our whole makeup world is changing. I spent an hour watching one of our union members talk about sanitation. We've always been clean, but it's going to be different. Well, most of us have always been clean. I've seen some horrific things on stage, but not always. I'm not saying that, but there have been. Okay, now draw that out. Draw that wing out. Yeah. Now, if I really wanted to go drama, which I always do, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to go drama? I'm going to go back to this little wedge brush. I'm going to get right in here, and this is eyeliner. Eyeliner, yeah. And I'm going to intensify the black with my eyeliner. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff right there. Good stuff. So you could see earlier on, as with this eye, that I have a flap. I've always had a flap. It's hereditary. My dad had them. I got his spider veins too. Oh, Dad. But you can take smoke and mirrors, guys. It's all smoke and mirrors. I'm just concealing that flap with shadow. Yep, and I can go back in with a little bit of eyeshadow. Went back to the black eyeshadow. And I'm just going to kind of, blendy. Highlight. We need some highlight on here. Goodness gracious, we need some highlight. Big time. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take and highlight that lid with a little bit of this color. It's called Purr. Just want to get that sitting underneath. You will remember that what was under there was foundation and a little bit of light powder, right? I'm going to highlight right here around my tear duct. I'm also going to take that Purr, run it right underneath of my shadow line. Why not? Why not? Right? I'm going to take that Purr, and I'm going to put it right here underneath my eyebrow. So you can see how much contrast I've created with highlight and shadow. And especially once I put the highlight next to the shadow, buzzing! You could also highlight right out here. Well, why not? And around. Okay, great. Now, at this point, if I wanted to add a little sparkle, I could use glitter glue. I could go in and use eyelash glue, but I'm not going to go that far today. But what I want to say about glitter, and we're not going to talk too much about glitter, is that if you're using glitter, make sure it is a makeup grade glitter. It didn't come from the craft store. It will get into your tear duct, and it will cause all kinds of havoc. It will cut your eyes. I've got a piece of glitter stuck in this tear duct. I know Princess Farhana, if you've ever studied makeup with her, she's got a piece stuck in her eyeball. Yeah, so use caution. Research your glitter. I'm currently using one by MAC. I'm going to let you do your own homework there for the moment. I'm going to just place a little bit of that glitter. I'm not even going to really glue it down with anything. I'm just going to place it right on my eyelid. Just want a little bit of luminescence up there. You may need to go back after you put your lashes on and intensify that eyeliner. Just a little bit of sparkle. I'm just going to do a little bit of sparkle today. It's going to take a lot if I get farther into that. I'm going to put a little bit here underneath my brow bone. A little bit there in the tear duct. There are lots of amazing glitters out there on the market. You can go to Sephora. Y'all can go to Sephora and spend your day at Sephora. Have fun. Text me any questions. You're always welcome. And once you've taken this, I have a private Facebook page for people who have taken my makeup workshop. You are welcome to join it. Please send me a, hey DeVilla, add me to your private Facebook page. We talk about product there. We talk about some other stuff there, skincare, and some other things. And I'm happy to see your progress. I'm happy to see any details you have about makeups that you found, like, I love this. I don't know why you don't use this. I've tried this and it's great. Send it. I would love to hear it. Okay. This is my favorite eyelash curler. It's by Tarte. Guess what? We're not going to use that. You know why? Because we're going to put on false eyelashes. And if you curl your lashes before you put on your false eyelashes, your eyelashes do this, and then you can't get the eyelash into the bed, right? So, skip that for now. Bring out your mascara. I'm currently using Lash Paradise by L'Oreal. You can go buy Dior Show mascara if you want to. It smells like roses. It's delicious. I'm all about it. Have it. Use it. Or go to the drugstore and find something else that works for you. There are some amazing products there now. It is not what it used to be, ladies. All right. Bottom lashes? Yes. Bottom lashes. Excuse me. Unless we're doing ballet eye, which we're not doing right now. But if you're doing ballet eye, you're not going to do your lashes. You're going to wipe those out. I do that with my girls on Saturday. If any of you want to jump in. All right. Can you put some individuals under the bottom? Yes. Can you put a strip lash under the bottom? Yes. Especially if you're doing a ballet eye. Today, I'm just going to get the mascara on. I'm going to let that dry. Give that a second. Sorry about the itch. Take a second to look at everything. Look at everything. Is it looking balanced? Does it look glamorous? Yeah, it's looking pretty glamorous. I don't mind it. I'm very happy about it. See how we've got this little light ridge going around her lip? We're going to use that later. We might even bump that up. Could I use some more cheek color? Where'd my brush go? I feel like I might need more cheek color. Ah! As you work, you will see where things need to come up and be a little stronger and a little more intense. You just keep working, you just keep pounding away at it. I think you see where this is going now, right? Okay, find your false eyelashes. Who's afraid of them? Don't be. I'm going to teach you the secret to life, the universe, and everything. 42. Some of you will get that. Some of you won't. And that's okay. I am currently using Ardell. I think these are demi-wispy doubles. Let me look. Yes, wispy doubles. I am a not a demi-wispy, a wispy fan. I like the wispies. I like the new double wispies. Ardell makes great lashes. Guess what? Many companies making great lashes now. These are ones by Violet Voss when I really want to go fancy. When I really want to go fancy, I use these lashes. But today, because I'm going to get ready and chop these up, and I'm not going anywhere, I'm not going to a show right now, so I'm just going to use the Ardell. I'm going to use Ardell eyelash glue. This one is a black tone. You don't have to use black unless you just want to. I like it. I go straight for it. It also has latex in it. Some people find they're allergic to latex. If it makes your eyes itch or water, that could be part of the problem. Switch to one that doesn't have latex. This one's by Ardell. There's another brand called Luxe, Luxieye, Luxeye. I think you can get it at Friends or Namie's Beauty Supply in Hollywood. You may be able to just order it online. But look that it's a glue that is latex free. Many people are allergic to latex, and this becomes a problem. And then they don't know why their lashes give them so much trouble, right? Okay, so I'm gonna take this lash off of its container, and I'm gonna take it with a tweezer, and I'm gonna measure it against my eye because I'm gonna cut it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna trim that lash out. Not so much, this one is not quite too long. So I'm just gonna take out one little flary bit at the end. Hang on, can you see? Yeah, I'm gonna take off one little flary bit from the longer end, which would be the outside. You don't wanna bob at the inside because that's where the shorter lashes are. Don't bob it. So I'm gonna go on the outside. I'm gonna take off about that much. It's not a lot, but keep it anyway, because I'll teach you how to double stack that. Next thing, or use it on the bottom for an extra little flourish. Next thing, I'm gonna put this eyelash glue, maybe not this one. Maybe not this one. Oh, I don't wanna point it at me. I've had it do some crazy things. Hold on, I'm gonna have to find another eyelash glue. Hold on, hold tight. That one doesn't want to play today, so we're gonna have to find something else. Oh, here, let's try the non-latex one because it's right here. I don't mind it. Dries a little faster. So what I would normally do with that glue is put it right here on my hand and run the bead of the eyelash, the strip, making sure not to get any on the top or the bottom of the lash. Super important because that's what sticks them all together, and then you're like, I can't see anything. How can I dance like this? Oh, girls, I've been there. Okay, we've all been there. So I'm just gonna draw this brush right across. I'm gonna trust this one. I hope I don't fail epically. Could happen, you know. All right, okay. I'm gonna take this lash. I'm gonna lock down kind of the center. Then I'm gonna push down the end, either front or back, either way. I went back first, now I'm going front. Sometimes I go the other way, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna press that lash in. Yes, it's on there. I'm gonna press that lash in. Now I'm gonna teach you one more crazy, fabulous trick that you're gonna love. I'm gonna teach you a few more. I'm going to roll the skin of my eyelid over the band of the eyelash, forcing it down into the lash bed of my natural lashes. Why in the world would you want to do this? Well, two things. It will lock on your eyelashes. It will give you a little bit of an eye lift. And it will secure your eyelashes for the night. Making sure I'm down there. It's a difficult angle on the, yeah. And there you go. If you wanted to do so, you could then take your mascara, put your finger behind your lashes, and give yourself a little extra coat, thereby sealing your natural lashes into your eyelashes, into your false eyelashes. How do I fix that? I've ruined everything. Q-tip stuck together. I'm just gonna roll that right off there. My girls want me to do a whole workshop called How Do I Fix That? I think I should couple it with gig bag of tricks. I want to do a whole gig bag workshop because nobody knows what to put in their gig bag, and they get there and like, what the heck? Why I don't have shoes. I don't have my veil. I don't have safety pins. Okay, that's not looking too bad. I'm very happy about that. So talking about that lash that I left behind, that little bitty bit that I left behind, I'm just gonna show you what you could do. If you had a little more of it, or you had one of those three strip lash things, you could double it up right here to give you a little extra va-va-voom. if that, oh, it might be in there now. Whoop. Whoop. Nope, it's in there. So it's in there, so I'm gonna leave it. I could turn it upside down and put that here at the bottom and just have a little kick flare down there. Or you could use the small lashes and give yourself a little kick along there. Little tricks, little tricks. I'm gonna get my Benefit pencil. I love this black eyeliner pencil. I'm gonna rim the water table or inside of my eye. Just like that. And I'm gonna bring it all the way to the tear duct. Mysterious. There's your eye, folks. 23 minutes and counting. Here we go for the second half. Lips, 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 lips. If you needed to, after you did the seal there over with your eyelashes and the eyelash band, if you needed to reapply some more some more liner, please do. To have a look at that. If you needed to apply a little more glitter, please do. If your glitter falls into your trough, guess what? It's illuminating the trough, which is the depression, which is what you've just highlighted. Brush that glitter out of there because it will just make you look depressed again. And we don't want to look depressed unless that's the thing you're going for. Okay, a little more, can always put more. It's exciting. All right, lips. I'm only doing a little bit of lip things today to tell you about. Whew. It's a lot of words. I've said a lot of words. Okay. I'm going to take this lip pencil by Jourdain called Cabaret. If you find one, buy it. If they have more than one, buy every one you can find because I don't think they make this anymore. This was a Princess Farhana discovery. She discovered it. She told me about it. I love this. It's by Jourdain at the 99-cent store. I don't think they make them anymore, sadly. Okay, I'm gonna do half my lip. Now, I like my lip shape for this look. I know that this side of my lip is a little smaller than that side of my lip, and I don't have big lips. I really have never had big lips, so I like to overpaint a little bit. But if you noticed, I did this ridge all a lighter color, highlight color. Why? So it fakes that roll. And notice on your lip, everybody's got a lighter roll around their lip. So it just adds that little bit of illusion and it gives it a little more intensity on stage. Bigger the stage, the more intensity you may want. Okay, so let's go here. And here. I taught this workshop in Yuma, Arizona once, and I went in with half a face done so they could see it before we got started. And I had to walk across the street to get lunch. Cars stopped. They were like, there's a crazy lady loose in Yuma. What? Shell Paris, right? It happened. I can't talk and do this at the same time. It really bothers me. Okay, here we go. I'm going to use this L'Oreal long-wearing lipstick. I don't know what it's called. I don't even know what color this is. It's L'Oreal. Oh, Brando. That was my dog, in case you could hear that. Brando, your daily dose of Brando. Okay, here you go. It's dinner time. Plus, for them. Plus, he's my helper. He likes to think so anyway. Okay. You see, I look like an insane person. I would have stopped too if I had seen me. Let that dry for a second. I'm going to talk to you about highlight and shading within the lip. I'm letting it dry. I'm letting it dry. I'm going to take this MAC. I don't know what color this is, but it's really pretty. These MACs, I think their intensity have a long wearing power, by the way. I really like this particular MAC lipstick. I like MAC lipstick. I really like this one. I think it's Lipfinity or Lip Tensity or Lip Intensity something. I don't know. Highlighting and shading within the lip, I'm going to take this beautiful lip brush by London Brush Company. London Brush Company. And I'm going to shade the outside. This isn't as dark as I would want it to be to really show you this, but it'll work. You'll get it. And it would just depend on how dramatic you want everything to be and what look you're going for. Yeah, you can kind of see that I've done some highlight and shading there. Nice. For the final lip trick for today, I'm going to go back to this Ben Nye Lumiere Looks powder. It's a very high pigmented shimmery powder. You can use it wet or dry. Ben Nye. They're very nice. This one is ice gold, I think. Am I wrong? Is it ice gold? It's ice gold! Yes, I am right. This was $12. This, hang on, I'm gonna show you something really exciting. This was $12 and it will last you, I don't know, most of your dance career. Same with this contour color. It'll last you most of your dance career. So, and I think this was $9. La Femme. The company is La Femme. All right, here we go. I'm just gonna take that lip brush and dip it into a little bit of that highlight powder. I'm just gonna brush it. So much fun, isn't it? And I think my family worried that my skills as a painter, dancer, art historian person wouldn't come to anything. They were worried a little bit. Kind of give that a little blend. And it kind of mimics the look of lip gloss without lip gloss because you don't want your veil getting stuck in it. You don't want your hair to get stuck in it. There you have it. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, ladies. You can get that down to about an hour or less. Some people do less. I'll be honest, as a performer and a makeup artist, my least favorite part of my gig is getting my makeup on. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's what I do for a living every day. But it's my least favorite part. But I love doing it with you guys. So thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. Please feel free to shoot. Oh, I have stuff on the back of my hand. Please feel free to shoot some questions our way. Again, private Facebook page is Liner Lashes Lips Repeat. Let me not clap while I'm saying that. Liner Lashes Lips Repeat. And that is my private Facebook page for you guys to come on, ask questions, share your information. And yeah, I think I've said my 10,000 words, right? Thank you. I am here for you. You can shoot me questions anytime and I'll be happy to answer them. And more workshops to come. So if you want the full-blown version of this workshop, I will be teaching another one again in July. And I'm currently working on setting up a whole series, a whole makeup workshop series. I also teach dance guys at Dance Garden LA. I have for 12 years taught there, I think for about 12 years. Been performing for over 20. And I'm in the process, oh yeah, you can see all my stuff. I'm in the process of getting my Pilates certification, so I'm gonna be able to bring you that too, which I'm really excited about because I have wanted to be able to really help people, help women recover from injuries for a very long time, and that's what Pilates does. I just got the use of I hurt myself very badly, and through Pilates, I'm healing really well, and surprisingly so. Better and more flexibility than I've had and strength than maybe 7 years. So there's all of that, and I am blessed, lucky, and grateful. I hope that you're all doing so super well in the middle of COVID and staying safe And hopefully next year, 2021, we can all be right back here with Cairo Shimmy Quake and love each other and hug each other and share our stories and our strengths and weaknesses and everything that's gone on for all of us. And we will all be there for each other, and that we will all be there. Love and blessings. Wah, wah.
You're doing your...
Yeah. I can see it. I'm here. It's so weird.
And we're back.
Woo!
Woohoo! I hope you guys enjoyed that. And there was a question in the comments about the wrap.
And thank you so much for the great class. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. So the eyelid rollover or the wrap. So basically what you're trying to achieve is sandwiching that false eyelash between your natural eyelash bed and your eyelid. So I'm just rolling my eyelid over into the eyelash bed and rolling over the false eyelash strip, and I kind of make an eyelash sandwich.
Okay, perfect. What do you need? Okay, so
that was too much to type.
No. Right? So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and thank you, DeVilla, for doing this. We truly appreciate it. For always being a part of CSQ. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Thank you for always having me. I look forward to spending my weekend in and out with you between teaching and,
Yes.
and everything. And look forward to next year. I can't wait to have you all.
Yes, definitely. And make sure you guys come back and join us at 7 o'clock to kick off the festival. We're going to be on Facebook, so make sure you go to our Facebook page. And we'll start the party there. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you, DeVilla. Kisses and hugs and hearts.
Cairo Shimmy
We
Quake.
love you. Thank you.
Blessings.